YouTube now. So YouTube is now live and I'm about to press go on the Riverside app, which is where I'm recording my podcast today. So just gonna see if anyone joins. If not, that's great. We're gonna go ahead. Okay, let us get started. We've got a 5, 4, 3, 2. So, welcome back to the Buzz with Bernadette, everyone. Today I am doing a solo podcast. Oh, it's so scary doing a solo podcast. But considering, I started out doing solo podcasts and I loved doing them. So, but what's different today is that I'm actually going live on YouTube at the same time. So I don't feel like I'm alone, which is good. Because sometimes when you're just out here talking to yourself, it actually feels a little bit weird and it feels a little bit strange. But now knowing that I'm live on YouTube at the same time, I feel like I got some company. So it has been a while since I did my last solo chat. I decided I was going to make this a podcast where I actually just have guests all the time. But then, you go through stages where you've got so much on, like, say, for example, last week was so busy. I had something on every single day last week that I feel like I need to talk about it. I feel like I need to share it. To the point where, like, this week, and then you have this week, which is the complete opposite. I have absolutely nothing on this week. My calendar is free. That's how I want to keep it for this week, and I'm absolutely so grateful for that. I just want to just relax, get my energy back, and unwind. So, firstly, let's start with I just had my hair done. I'm feeling fresh, fabulous. Like, look, I did want to go a little bit blonder in the front. So we've done that just slightly. And we've gone a little bit darker in the back. But anyway, it's always nice to have a fresh blow dry, fresh colour, and of course, because I'm going to be going away next month. So yeah, it's good. I'm like, you hold out to the last minute to get your colour done, your hair colour, and then, but manis and petties, we gotta wait. We gotta wait to the last minute. My fingers are okay, but my toes are like in dire need of a refresh. So, all right, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to recap. Hi, hello, Shivani. We've got some people joining. That's so good. Hello. Yes, so we've got so much to recap. Let's take it back. So last podcast I did was with Bruno Nesci, Elvis tribute artist, which I learnt we cannot call them impersonators, so we can't say Elvis impersonator, we have to call them tribute artists. So that was my last podcast, was with him, and that was I was so grateful to have him as a guest. He was all the way from Canada, amazing. And so that was really great. And then that very same day that I shot that podcast, actually, that was a Saturday, earlier on in the day, I had been to the Good Food and Wine show here in Perth that's held at the Perth Convention Centre. And that is always an amazing day. It's good to go in the morning because there's so much to see, lots of tastings like gin tastings, vodka, cheese, like cold meats, everything, right? So if you go in the morning, it's great. You can walk around, you can try everything. And then, but as it gets on to the afternoon, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it starts to get super busy to the point where you just cannot move. You cannot move. So, but there were a few cooking demonstrations on. My friend who brought me along with her, had friends of hers that were there, cheap mates that were doing some like shows, some cooking demonstrations and stuff. And so then I got to actually partake in one of the cooking demonstrations in the Clean Heat kitchen, and that was lots of fun. And then as I came off that stage, I could not believe that I met somebody that I've been dying to meet. He's been on my list for years and years, and that is Miguel, the crazy bull, if you follow him on Instagram. I could not believe he was just standing right in front of me, and I nearly fainted. I absolutely nearly fainted. I was like, I've been wanting to meet this man for so long because he's just got such a great energy, such a positive vibe, full of life. I went to go and watch his cooking demonstration at the Good Food and Wine show earlier on in the day. And I mean, I don't think you could even call it a cooking demonstration because it was mainly him running and screaming through the crowd and handing out freebies and sweating and running and sweating and running. And I mean, I was waving my arms around like crazy, but he didn't see me. He didn't notice me. I did not get a freebie. I saw some other content creators in the crowd, and they got their freebies. But anyway, that was all for a reason because I was meant to meet him after. And then, so after this cooking demonstration, he was just standing right in front of me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, sorry, Miguel, please, can I have a photo? And before you knew it, we were besties. No. Before you knew it, I had a photo. And do you know what's the nicest thing to see about people, or when you meet someone that you only see on TV, is just getting to see through them and see, like, do they really have that personality? Does it still reflect, you know, that same personality that you see on TV? Does it still resonate in real life? Hello, everyone. And I can honestly say he's did. Like, he is so vibrant on TV. He's so funny. He's got that cheeky smile. And then seeing him in real life, you know, I was going up asking for a photo. His fans were going up asking for photos. And he was like, yeah, sure. And he just was exactly like he was on TV. So I cannot say enough how amazing he was. So anyway, he was the highlight for me of the Good Food and Wine show. Not to mention, I discovered my new favorite cheese, my new favorite champagne. I spent so much money. Like, I discovered this beautiful champagne, Blanc de Blanc. I just love saying that, Blanc de Blanc champagne. And it was from Di Giorgio. It was $40. Would I go into a shop and buy a $40 champagne? I don't know, but I did that day. Would I go and spend $30 on a tiny, tiny little wheel of cheese? I don't know, but on just like you get caught up in the moment. I was at the Good Food and Wine show and I'm like going, yeah, sure, I'll spend $30 on a tiny little wheel of cheese, no problem. I mean, it was just, you just get caught up in the moment. And of course, you know, you're trying like little bits of gin here, little bits of gin there. Oh, and then we also discovered there was this station where you could have 6 tastes of cocktails. So one by one, they'd get you in a group of 6. And then we started off with espresso martini. Oh gosh, what else did we have? Pina colada. We had spicy margarita. We had, oh gosh, I'll never remember the other 2. But we had all these taste testings. And mind you, they're only giving you like maybe 30 ml sort of like tasting of these cocktails. And they were very, very small cans that they're selling in a pack of 4, and I think they were like $45 for that small little pack. But once again, you get caught up in the theatre. You just get like, wow, this is fantastic, and there's people behind you, people trying to, you know, push past to get a taste, and it creates this like anxiety in you where you're just going. And then at the end of the tasting, he's like going, okay, who wants to buy? We got 1 for $45, 2 for 80. Who wants to buy? And I'm like, and me and my friend are like, yeah, okay, let's go. If you want to buy one, I'll buy one. Like, let's go. And then before you know it, we both bought these tiny little cocktails for like $40 for 4 cans. But anyway, so that was really yummy. And needless to say, they were gone that night. Me and my partner drank them that night, which was so good. So you can see, like, that Good Food and Wine show took up most of my day. Went straight to record my podcast last week with Bruno. That took up most of my night. And that was the end of that busy week over, and I was like absolutely exhausted. But and then also the thing is, like, at the moment I am doing like healthy, I'm going on a healthy journey with the help of my online coach that I've got at the moment, Sally Warren. She is taking me through a program where she is sort of like watching my calories. I'm watching my calories. She's observing, she's giving me online help. And it's been really good because I've had someone who's holding me accountable for, you know, what I'm eating, how much I'm exercising, am I walking every day, and stuff like that. So doing this online health journey with her, it's been like also a bit of a juggle because, you know, I'm going out to events all the time. I've got temptations around me all the time. And it's really been interesting, like, to see how I can sort of like live life, enjoy life, and try and have some balance at the same time, also trying to lose weight as well, which of course Sally advises me that we cannot drink alcohol when we are trying to lose weight or when we're in a fat loss phase. But somehow I've managed to, you know, be successful at it, because so far I have lost, I'm going to say, even though weigh-in day for me is on a Thursday, I'm going to say between 3 and 4 kilos, like, insert the celebration music here. But like I said, like, you know, for a long time I was just going, you know what, I can't do this. I'm just not going to lose weight anymore. I can't do it. It's too hard. But it's amazing, like, when you get that accountability partner to help you, it's just, it makes so much difference. It really makes so much difference, because you know at the end of the day she is going to be seeing everything that you're eating, you know, if you did your exercises, if you walked, everything like that. So very interesting. It is working. So I'm going to keep going. I'm doing like a course with her that's going to end mid-August. So I'm trying not to look at my iPad because there's so many messages coming through and I don't want to get distracted. But yeah, so my time with her is going to finish mid-August. I'm going away on holiday in September. And I just don't want it to turn out to be one of those situations where you've gone ahead and you've lost weight only so that you could put it on in the holidays. So I'm trying to make this a way of life. It's been really easy to do, as it is every time I start a healthy eating plan. I always say to myself, why do I always put it off? Because it's actually so easy to do. Like, it's not rocket science, you know? It's really not rocket science. You know what the right things are to do. You know what the right things are to eat. You know your portion sizes. You know, just do it. So when I get out my app, you know, My Fitness Pal, and I start actually putting all the details in there, I know I'm on the right track. But the thing is, like, after that first week, are you going to still do it? You know, and as they say, consistency is key. And I am 3 weeks down the track. I could be on my 4th week now. Yeah, so I've still been doing it. I want to keep this going. I want to keep it. I mean, who wants to count calories on their holiday? But the hope is that you're in so much of a routine by the holidays, or, you know, that you will kind of know. I'll kind of know, like, look, this is what I've eaten for breakfast every morning, so this is what I'm still going to eat, you know, etc., etc. So fingers crossed. I want to be here in a couple more months, just talking to you and looking at the before and after and going, wow, I've done well. Let's keep on that healthy track. So yeah, I really want to, it's really good to have that support system. And even if you don't have like someone to help you, like an online coach or something, we've all got that friend that's really healthy. We've all got that friend that knows what she's doing and someone that you can sort of like lean on. So yeah, I think that's important to surround yourself as well with the right people, the people that are doing the right things as well. So let's get on to a few of the events I went to last week. I went to, I think it was on Thursday night, I went to my very first ever Cirque du Soleil. I have never done a Cirque du Soleil in my life, so I did not know what to expect. All I knew is that all my friends who have been could not speak more highly of this show. So it was called Lucia, and it was just sensational. Now, me and my friend were laughing because we were in the back row, but I don't think there's a bad, I really don't think there's a bad seat or a bad row in the house when you're sitting in a big top type situation. So because, you know, the seats all kind of just go up a little bit, so I really don't feel like we had a bad view at all. So it was really, really enjoyable. Loved it. Would totally go again. Now for Lucia, the whole theme, like everything was in orange. So I made sure that I wore a beautiful, nice, bright orange suit. Because I love to theme dress. Like if I get invited somewhere and it's like there's a certain color scheme, or like say Grease or any of the musicals, I love to dress in costume. Now I wasn't going to go as an acrobat or a performer, but I could definitely dress in the orange. So that's what I did, which was fantastic. A lot of other people went to a lot of effort as well. Like there was an amazing, of course, like say for example, Rebecca Rose was there. She was wearing a beautiful red dress. She'd put fairy lights in the dress. She was wearing a crown with fairy lights in them. It was absolutely amazing. I love seeing people go all out in their dress sense. I think it's wonderful. So the show was full of like, it was almost like circus arts. It was like, there was beautiful singing, there was contortionists, it was like theater, there was like sort of like magicians. It's too hard to explain. They weren't any of those things, but they were all of those things rolled into one, if that makes sense. But it's absolutely a fantastic show, and if you are here in Perth or if it's traveling around near you somewhere, you should see that show soon because it was absolutely amazing. So then we are going to bring it now down to a party I went to on Saturday night. It was fantastic. It was an amazing party. It was comedian Janelle Koenig's party, and her theme was 80s movie icons. And of course, I just wanted to go as one of my favorite, my fantastic idol, Olivia Newton-John, in her movie Xanadu. Look, I didn't even have to think. I was just like, that's what I'm going to go as. I love her so much. And I thought there's going to be nobody at this party that goes as Olivia in Xanadu. Nobody. But there was one girl, there was one other girl, and I was like actually so like, oh my God, that is fantastic. But I can tell you the most popular character to go to this party as was the little boy from E.T. riding the bike with E.T. in the basket. There was about, I would say, between 8 and 10 people dressed as the boy from E.T. with the bike and the basket and the E.T. It was so funny. But the atmosphere at this party was amazing. There was a great band singing all the right 80s songs. There was great food, great drinks. There was great speeches. Because she's a comedian, there was lots of other comedians there. And it was just a real vibe. It was a really, really one of the best parties I've been to in a long time, to the point, you know, when you go to a really great party and the next day you're just all buzzing. Like, we were just still all like, oh my God, I am still like, it's just so much fun. And we were all posting all our videos. I was finding videos in my phone that I didn't know I had. I think that's when you know you've had a really good night. Okay, so I think that's about, I think we're gonna leave it at that, because look, solo episodes are pretty, you know, like pretty hard to do by yourself. I'm just checking my YouTube live, which is still going pretty good actually. Yeah, so I think the solo podcasts are pretty tricky to do sometimes when you're on your own. I'm amazed I've gone for 20 minutes. That went really quick. But let me know in any comments if you want to hear more solo podcasts, or if you're enjoying the guests and what you want to see more of. So let me know in any comments. You know, you can always message me over on Instagram at The Buzz with Bernadette, or message me on YouTube, or where else? Or on my personal Instagram at Bernadette_Marie with a double E at the end. I can never remember that word, underscore. I can never, every time I go to say it, I am like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what is it? Every single time without failure. All right, so that is going to be it for now for this episode of The Buzz with Bernadette. Make sure you follow me on all those platforms, and make sure you let me know what you want to hear next. And I look forward to speaking to you next time. So bye for now. Excelente. That was nice and quick, 20 minutes. Thanks everyone for joining me today and keeping me company. That is so good. I'm going to shut this down now. Thanks for everyone, and thanks for all my new followers as well. That is so fantastic. And make sure you put your alerts on so whenever I go live that you'll know about it. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you later.